Hide your face up.
I don't know what it is.
Welcome to the virtual pub. It's 10 o'clock on a Thursday, which means we're open. I'm Cara Houchen, and this is the staff canteen lockdown lock-in live. I haven't even had a drink yet, and I still can't.
You can't even say it.
I have. You're supposed to be quiet, right? I have three notorious chefs waiting to join me at the bar, which I'm sure you can all hear.
Yeah, I couldn't get fucking word.
Not yet. We're not on yet. Wait.
Talking to yourself, isn't it? Like blah blah blah.
Although one of them would rather be asleep in bed right now, so we're going to try and keep him up for another hour. So before we start, some key things. I do have, I kind of have my snack with me, but I did just say to the chefs that I put it in the oven to warm it up, and it ended up looking like a souffle. So I did have a camembert with some bread. Not sure that's going to happen.
Tom was cooking.
Oh, nice.
And also a margarita. I've got margarita this evening. That is my drink of choice. And I also have a swear jar, because I feel like it's necessary this evening.
I don't understand it. What is that?
No.
Oh, shit.
C'est pas parler français.
Right.
Je comprends
Hang
pas.
on, let me introduce you. So let's, before he nods off, let's introduce my first guest. As always, I have Googled him. I've Googled the others, find any interesting facts that I wouldn't normally be allowed to say, because they're probably not true.
You need to go on Grindr for that.
He's a 2 Michelin-starred chef based in Nottingham. He won the Roux Scholarship in 1999, despite apparently feeling like the underdog. And he owns, according to Wikipedia, 700 to 800 cookbooks. I don't know if he's read them all, but I'm sure they look amazing on his bookshelf.
I didn't know he could read.
They're all picture books.
If you want to feel bad about not working out and eating badly, follow his Instagram, because his exercise regime and diet is pretty intense. It's Sat Bains, and we know you're there, so you can just. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I just fell asleep. I had to wait myself. I set my alarm.
I was expecting you in your pajamas, actually. Right, what are you drinking? What are you eating?
So I've got myself some water, an espresso to keep me awake,
A selection.
a Pappy Van Winkle 23-year-old.
Nice.
And that's a whiskey, Daniel, just so you know.
Yeah.
And I've got Battenberg because it goes really well with the whiskey.
Oh, nice. That's
And then to round it all off, we've got a beautiful little Rihanna cigar.
You are absolutely sorted. And before I introduce the other two, just show everyone where you are, because your man cave is pretty impressive.
This is called the Bar for One. So we built it in 2017. So I've got a little selection of whiskies. All the Pappies are there, some Japanese. I've got a little accoutrement tray for my cigars, little humidor. And then the piece de resistance, which I like to call my throne. Say hello to Toto. Hello, Toto. That's my beautiful little self-cleaning toilet.
It's not performing on cue.
It's all right, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. Keep it fresh.
Well, I have seen some man caves over the period of doing this, but I've not seen one of those in there yet. So you're winning so far.
Thank you.
Right, next up, also holding 2 stars at his restaurant. He's known as a chef's chef, and his apparent fiery temper meant that he hit the headlines when he clashed with the writer of a TripAdvisor review.
Which one? That sounds like both of them.
Well, he wasn't alone, Sat, because you're definitely mentioned in that story. So it's Claude Bosi.
Hi, guys.
Hello. You've moved to the garden so you can smoke your cigar.
His signal's not so good there, is it?
Now he's lost his
Yes,
signal.
that's it. Couldn't smoke one inside.
He's aged in the garden as well.
Are you there?
It's fucking freezing.
Someone swapped Claude for Richard Gere.
That's me. That's a white hair. I would do that. I don't do nothing
salt and pepper. Salt
with
and pepper.
guinea
You've
pig.
got the paint in your hair, Chef.
What are you
Yeah.
eating and drinking, Claude? What have you got?
Look, I've stolen my wife's favorite biscuit.
What the
Oh,
called?
you'll be in trouble for that later.
I
Chocolate
think so
moment.
tomorrow morning. And I've got inside of my teacup. I've got. I'm saving for the NHS. You see the color? See, I'm in fashion. I got
Good.
Poire Williams from my dad.
Claude, that cup is upside down.
No, it's not.
Right, let's get him on because I know he's desperate. I can hear him. So finally, another 2-star chef. I've got quite a collection of stars with me this evening. He owns Midsummer House. He's a keen fisherman when he's not in the kitchen. And actually, out of the 3 of you, people will be surprised that he's the only one that doesn't have a controversy section on his Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
Considering that he's quoted as saying he was trained by.
That's because I'm a really good boy and everyone can tell me little lies about me. That's why.
It's Daniel Clifford.
Good evening. Good evening, good evening. How are we?
Very well. What are you eating and drinking, Daniel?
Tonight I have a salad cream, cheddar cheese and McCoy's crisp sandwich. Jack Daniels and Coke. Full packet of fags. And a Sharpie to do something you asked me to do later. So yeah, I'm sorted.
You are well prepared, and someone definitely read the brief, but I don't believe it was you. So,
That was me.
so if you've not seen the Lockdown Lock-In Live before, it is about getting to know you lot in a different way, outside of the kitchen, having a bit of fun, seeing you all as mates. But first things first, before we go into any of that, lockdown for yourselves, how has it been? I mean, I cleaned my garage. Claude, you had a baby. That's way more impressive. So how is your lockdown?
Are you going first, sir?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was asking Claude, but
He was asking Claude.
Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't
it
know.
might be really fantastic, actually.
Claude, you might have to go inside.
Yeah.
Right,
Why?
because
Because
you're
no one
not
can
frozen.
fucking moving. That's why you look dead.
No, that's Claude.
I'm not moving.
That's
Oh, you're
better.
moving now. Don't smoke
Can
in
you hear me
the house.
better?
Yes.
I can't smoke in a house. I'm coming back.
Whilst we're waiting for Claude, Daniel, you sent me a video of you stripping the stairway.
Yeah, I've
do you
done
like
a lot.
what I did there?
I've done a lot of painting and decorating. Really, I think that's really the story of my life. We were jet washing the roof tonight, which was a bit of fun. But no, it's been good. I think I've done a lot of thinking about where I want the restaurant to go. But it's been good. Yes, it's the first time we've stopped, really, isn't it, chef? So it gives you time to reflect and think about things and where you see your own life going, really.
Yeah. And Sat, what about you? Are you enjoying it, or are you wanting to get back in the kitchen?
Who?
Sat.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're all gagging to get back, and you know, think
I'm
about
not.
it. Chefs, we work on seasons, and we might lose 2 seasons worth of cooking. That's when you think about that, it's crazy. You know, like we finished on the 22nd of March. We may not go back till July, August, September, whenever it is, but it'll be late summer. You know, the biggest thing for all of us, and all 3 of us have spoken, is make sure the staff are good. Furlough obviously is in there, and also keeping everyone motivated. But ultimately, we've got businesses. We've got to make sure they're going to survive this, and we've all been in business a long time, and we want to make sure we've got a business at the end of it. So we're all a bit apprehensive. Also, like Daniel said, a lot of us have been thinking how we're going to re-look at the way we work, how we do things, and it's a great chance to change things for the better.
Yeah.
So it's take as much positive out of this as we can.
Yeah. And then, Claude, before you froze, I did ask you what life with a new baby is like. So
You know,
enjoying it?
yeah, it's my 3rd kid, and it's the first time actually I managed to have this quality of time. Soon she go home. It's very special. It's really, really special. I'm loving it, to be honest. Well, it's hard to have the restaurant closed, and and see it when you go back to put water in a plant and see what's going. It's all close and dark. It's not very pleasant, but I'm really enjoying my time at home at the moment. And I'm not that rushed to go back to work because, I'll be honest, I'm shitting myself. We don't know how it's going to be, what's going to happen. Okay, I prefer enjoying my quality of time with my wife and kids at the moment, and try to go back to the restaurant and try to run a business where we actually don't know how we're going to run it. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
You have to take the positives out of it, don't you? Otherwise, you'll just be sad all the time. So, which is never fun.
Yeah, exactly.
A non-sad question that's just come in from Facebook before I get started, I just need to ask is, how much did the toilet cost, that?
Fucking fortune.
It's just so crass to talk about.
You know, we can't have a shit in this toilet. You know that. We're not allowed.
You're not allowed.
When we
It's
go
probably
in the
not even
car,
come
No,
in.
we are not able
You're
to
not
drop a
allowed.
number 2 in this toilet.
Claude,
Only number
You're not
1.
allowed.
Ah, it's me. Thank you.
Right. First question, how did you all meet and did you all like each other when you first met? Who wants to go first?
I would say for them it was easy to like me. They didn't understand me at the beginning, and they still don't understand me
We
now.
still don't.
I think when I met Claude, we spoke, and then I realised I haven't got a clue what the fuck he's on about,
Yeah.
and that's been for 20 years. So I tried to only talk to him through text.
You know, one day I said to him, "We don't talk a lot on the phone. Do you actually understand me when we talk?" I said, "No." That's why we was texting each other.
I said to him, "I've got a really bad signal where I am."
It's cracking. Yeah.
I'm trying to think when we met Daniel. When did we meet?
I
then?
came to yours. I came to yours. I came to yours to eat, so it must have been about 18 years ago, 17, 18 years ago. And then I went to Claude's probably a year before he moved to London.
Yeah, 2005, yeah. 2004, 2005.
It's been mad because we've all grown up together in essence.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Cher,
the thing is,
Sam.
I was talking about it earlier. We spent our 40th birthday together. We've you know, Claude's wedding. We've celebrated quite a lot. We've been to.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Copenhagen trip?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Cara, we do not mention Copenhagen trip.
Oh,
No.
okay. that's not on the list.
I just remember
That's on
someone
the
with,
contract.
I just remember someone with cabbage in their throat for 20 minutes.
Okay, now.
You need
Yeah.
to explain, this is too private.
What's that? The Copenhagen trip? Well, we went, I think
Paul
we went
looks really uncomfortable.
We went to Noma for lunch and Paul for dinner, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did.
We went somewhere
Loads
else
of
as well,
them, loads of them.
Didn't we do 4 restaurants in 2 days?
Oh yeah, remember that Solaro Crow where they destroyed us?
Oh, fucking, do you remember that?
And
We
they
had to
gave
go
us so much food. It's the first night where they killed us.
Is that the one they stole $500 from £500 from us? Is that one?
that was one in France, chef. That was when we got fucking robbed properly in France.
Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah.
No, the Copenhagen was when we introduced you to Twitter, Claude.
Ah, yes, I remember this one.
You remember that, do you?
Ah, yes. Ah, yeah, I remember that.
Do you
My first
remember
time
that
in
fact? We
yes.
sat in that
Can
bar.
you imagine
Simon
for
and Claude, and we were all tweeting each other, and Claude didn't understand what the hell Twitter was. Do you remember his first tweet?
I remember.
Can you imagine 4 guys sitting around a table on a bar and they're not talking to each other, we're tweeting each other? It's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your life.
And what was the first tweet, Claude?
I can't remember.
I can.
Daniel?
No, Claude, Sat will tell the story better than me because.
Oh, shut up, man! Throw me under the bus. I've got my own stories on YouTube anyway, they're hilarious.
Yeah. So, no, the first tweet was, I only want woman.
But then I think because his English is so bad, he said, I only want one woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you married at the time?
I've got in a lot of trouble for this one.
No, because I remember you saying to me, does everyone see this? And I said, yeah. Straight straight away.
Okay, huh?
And I remember you saying, "Oh, she would understand. Huh? She knows it's about her."
Yeah. I can't say that.
No. So.
Well, hopefully you've got to grips with Twitter more
No,
now.
we went to.
I mean, listen, at the end, I
for
managed to
lunch,
have.
and we went to Paul's for dinner, didn't we?
Yeah.
The meal at Paul's just was. I think
It was
one of the
incredible.
best I've ever had.
It's incredible.
Where was that, sorry?
He was in Tivoli called the Paul before he moved to Henny.
Oh, so Paul Cunningham we're talking about.
Yeah, and he'd been there a while, and he's very artistic, and we love him. He's one of the best chefs we know. And we all went, and we were quite boisterous, and it was just one of the best times. You know, we're all chefs, we all know each other, we all get on. Paul's one of our guys, and to go there and eat, and him just cook. I think he cooked every dish, like 12 dishes.
Well, he wasn't there when we first turned up. You remember?
After.
He turned up late, didn't he? And then just smashed.
He knew we were coming. Yeah, exactly. It was day off.
I remember after that meal, we went for a walk in Copenhagen, then we went back to the hotel, and we were flying about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'd gone upstairs to bed, and I got a text from Sat saying to me, "Where are you?" I was like, "Fucking hell, here we go. Where are you?" I remember going back to him, I said, "I'm in bed." "What do you mean you're in bed?" "I've just bought a bottle of red wine, come downstairs." We were flying about 6 o'clock, and he wouldn't let me up to the room till about 3:45 to pack so we could go to the airport. And I turned up at the airport absolutely wankered.
Straight through.
Cab home and leave your car at the airport.
Right, shall we play my first game?
Yes.
You've got your pens and papers.
I've got a bottle. Do you want me to spin it or not?
I think you'll be on your own there. So I've changed it this week. I've done a different one this week because I feel like for you three, this is okay, and I can say this to you because you're all on screens away from me, so it's all right. So I wanted to do one about divas.
About who, Jesus?
About divas. So
what is divas? Wait, translate.
My quiz is chef or Cher. She's definitely a diva, right? So bear with me. I'm going to read out a quote, and you need to tell me whether a chef said it or whether Cher said it.
Okay.
Right? You what?
Who's the second person?
Cher.
Yeah, the singer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the singer. Sat with hair.
Hey, was it pea shoots?
I do, yeah.
Right. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
First quote. Is it chef or is it Cher? I never taste the wine first in restaurants. I just ask the waiter to pour. Chef or Cher?
That's Cher.
That's Cher, yeah.
Chef.
Put it
on your paper.
Cher.
1 second.
How do you spell it?
Wait, what you put?
You
Hey,
got
that. My pen doesn't work.
What are you saying, Sat?
I think it's Cher because when we've gone to restaurants and we've ordered wine and the sommelier will come and say, "Would you like to taste it?" I would say, "Have you tasted it?" And he normally says yes. And well, then pour it.
Okay. So you're all saying Cher.
Cher.
Yes.
It's actually chef.
Oh,
and you
Marco.
can get an extra point if you can guess which chef, but it's a
Marco.
it's a bit of a controversial chef that you're
Marco.
about.
Ainsley Harriott.
No. Right. It's Nigella. Does she count?
Chef.
Nigella.
Yeah. Right. So no points so far. Okay, next quote. In this business, it takes time to be really good. And by that time, you are obsolete. Is that chef or Cher?
sounds like one of Daniel's motivational speeches.
Yeah. That was in my briefing the night before we closed.
All right.
Chef.
No chef can take themselves that fucking serious.
Chef.
You're saying Cher, Sat's saying chef. It is Cher. It is Cher. You're
Yeah,
right.
no,
Cher.
no chef can take that fucking serious.
Okay, next one. As you get older, you just get more mature and settled into your identity. Is that
Yeah,
chef or
That's a
Cher?
chef. That's a
Chef.
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 Chef. Chef. Which chef? Bonus point for the chef.
Pierre Kaufman.
Nope.
Marco.
It sounds like someone I've said.
It's you. It is you, Sat.
I thought it was Cher.
Well done. Okay,
Oh.
next. Next.
What's the
one.
point so far?
I believe. Well, Sat got.
Three.
He said chef,
3, 2,
and then
1.
he got a point to
Two
yeah.
each, two each.
One.
Okay. If I relaxed, if I took my foot off the gas, I would probably die. Chef or Cher?
If I relax, I take my foot out of the gas, I die.
Chef.
Claude?
Oh, fuck it, Cher.
It's actually chef. Which
Yes!
chef do you think it is?
Daniel
I think
Clifford.
that sounds like
Daniel.
Claude.
Is it
It's Daniel
Daniel?
Clifford. Daniel
No.
Clifford.
Hey, that's
Nice,
fucking
nice,
not me.
nice.
That's not me. That's
No,
not me.
it's,
Definitely not me.
it's Gordon, that one. That's Gordon quote.
I could have said that.
Gordon quote.
You said Marco.
Right, final one.
Right.
If you don't take it, no one is going to give it to you. Chef or Cher?
Don't take it.
No,
one's gonna-
when you see what Cher looked like, I would say it's maybe Cher was saying that, but
Yes.
What's a quote?
If you don't take it, no one is going to give it to you.
that's Cher.
That's got to be a chef.
That's Cher.
Cher.
It's Cher. It is
I told
Cher.
you, I was right.
I think you won that because you got the only
That's
bonus
fun,
point.
Nothing's changed then.
No, exactly.
He's lonely. He's very lonely. He's
I'm very lonely.
Right, let me ask you some questions from people who are watching on Facebook.
Many people watching this.
Who?
It's what?
They
Many
should
people
be in
watching
bed.
this.
They should be in bed.
Yes.
No one's watching this. Seriously.
Right, who out of you all will be the first to get 3 stars?
Claude.
I would say
Claude.
Mark Burchell.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I got it.
We pass the time for this. We too old for that's it. We done nothing. We miss our windows.
Daniel, why did you say Claude?
Because I thought he was going to get it last year.
Did you think you were going to get it last year, Claude?
You know what? It's the first time I had so much hype about my name for that situation. It's a point you can actually start to believe it, where it's the wrong thing, and we got very hurt with this. But and yeah, at the end, yeah, we thought, up to the last day, we had people calling us and journalists telling us, "Can we get a code for because the Michelin come out and we got it?" And yeah, we did believe it at the end. And that was the wrong attitude. But and I know he's on that video. He's with us today, and I'm going to say something. I'm not saying because he's my best friend, but I had a meal with Sat in October, and we forget people in the countryside what's been doing for 20 years. And I had a meal with him and his wife sitting in his restaurant on a Saturday night, and he was eating with us. And I would say it's one of the best meals I have for a long, long time. And he was good. He was unbelievable, but he was not cooking. Not on the joking side of it. He was just not cooking. And that shows you the maturity he have in his kitchen and how ready he was to get it. And I think he should be the next one to get it. We're young. We're 3 years old. At the end, we are only 3 years old. and we got plenty of time to go. But the atmosphere, the place had we sat was a place was ready a long time ago for it, and it definitely deserved to have it. Like I would say, sat for me. I got money for him. I got money on him to get it, because honestly, it's really a place we deserve to have it.
Well, if he gets it, then you can you'll get that money back, and you can buy.
I will have a shit. I will have a shit in his toilet.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. You're all supposed like this is supposed to not be like you're all loving each other, which is means I'm not doing my job properly and needs to make it more controversial.
Hey, we all grew up together. We call each other all the time. We've all gone through the same.
You know,
we've all gone through. Sorry.
Well, the funny thing is the era that we worked in when we were junior chefs was that era where chefs didn't really like each other. But I think our era changed when we started socializing together and we started to appreciate each other. And the end of the day is it's not a competition between us. If anything, it's more of a platform for people to grow on. And I think that's the thing that there's so much respect and love for each other. Whoever gets 3 stars in this country now is, you know, they deserve it and they've got it right. And I think we'd all be behind everyone. I think that's where the industry is now. You having a biscuit, Claude?
No, my wife just texts me. She say, "Are you eating my biscuit?" Yes, I am eating a biscuit.
Be in trouble. Daniel, what's your favourite alcoholic drink?
I like this Jack Daniel's. It's the rye version. That's probably my drink of choice.
Nice. Nice. Okay. And before I go into my next game, I need to ask a question. Ask you about a story. This has got to be one of my favourite WhatsApps of the year that I've ever received from Claude earlier today. That said to ask Sat about the trip to Argentina where I nearly shoot him. So.
Oh my God, I forgot about this. So me, Tom and Claude go dove shooting because we all shoot clays back in the day. And we used to get invited a lot by our customers. Do you ever do game shooting? So I wanted to get into it to take the birds to the restaurant. So we thought, let's go to Argentina. So 3 of us went to Argentina and we have the craziest, probably 8-9 days of our life. We're shooting doves. We have 3 guides that fill your cartridges for you and give you a little picnic and a fire and hammocks. It's crazy. It's a crazy, surreal time. And me and Tom, we always used to go out together. We ended up shooting in a similar area where we always kind of had a chat because everyone else would go separate butts. So we're watching Claude and he's missed a bird and he's missed another one. And then me and Tom are laughing our heads off like, I'm Tom Kerridge, by the way. So we're just pissed off. And we could see him, like, you know, like you see, like, them flamingos that you turn upside down and they start going red, like that. And the blood was going to his neck and he started itching. He had this gun on him and then he looked over and he goes, "Oi, what the fuck are you laughing at?" He goes, "Nothing." So he took another shot, missed. We were dying with laughter. We're in high cornfields. He turned round and about 3.5 feet away, he shot at us. And the corn just went.
They stopped laughing. They didn't laugh anymore.
We're like, Claude.
Like an accident. You actually shot them.
You nearly killed us. He goes, "Don't take the piss off me." Okay.
Brilliant. Well, as I said, that is definitely one of my favourite WhatsApps of the year so far. So amazing. Thank you for that. Right. I'm going to play another game, which is my Wheel of Truth.
Wheel of Truth.
So don't try.
Wheel of Trouble.
You have
to.
to. Oh, I lost you there for a minute. You're back. You get 2 spins each, and you get 1 pass. So if it lands on a question you don't want to answer, you can pass it.
Oh, shit.
You only get 1.
Right.
Okay. Claude, don't look so scared. I wouldn't do that.
I don't like this question.
Have you seen the question?
I haven't seen it, that's why I don't like it.
I haven't seen him either.
Right. Claude, we'll go with you first.
Go for it.
Watch the colour drain out of his face.
Don't give him a shotgun.
Hey, that's not turn enough. You need to turn more. That haven't turned.
Yeah, that wasn't a proper spin.
What was
That
that?
was not a spin, that.
There we go.
That's it.
If you were arrested,
Yeah.
what would your friends and family assume you'd been arrested for?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Again.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Drive over someone.
What?
Road rage. Road rage.
Oh,
road
right. Okay. Is that what do you agree, Daniel? Is that what you think you'd been arrested for if you found out you'd been arrested?
yeah. Or shooting at someone like that.
Yeah.
Killing 2 chefs in Argentina.
Right, Daniel.
Oh, God.
Oh, this one's not too bad. What is your guilty pleasure?
I quite like a mini Battenberg. The cheese and sour cream sandwich is a pretty special one.
What about a non-food related guilty pleasure?
Well, fucking hell, where do we start? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your lady? Can you call your lady, please?
Yeah, let's not go into this. My guilty pleasure.
Fishing.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say fishing. I would say probably.
Something that you love that you don't want to tell people that you love doing.
I love eating pussy, if you want the truth.
Oh,
What did he say? What did he say?
Wait, there's money going in there.
What did he say? I didn't hear that.
he said likes feeding the cat.
Pussies. I thought he
He
said
likes
pussy.
long the cat.
I thought he said pussy.
The thing is, I didn't pass on it, did I? That's the problem. You're asking me these questions. What do
I'm
you
going to
want me to do?
apologise to my gran
Sorry,
now. who's
sorry.
probably watched
Say
it.
sorry to my mum and my kids and shit, yeah, because that's not right.
Fair enough.
Right,
I mean, like, you know, go to like South Korea and eat it over there.
it's your turn.
Right.
Right,
Get the off me for 5 minutes.
something which is popular now, but in 5 years we'll want to forget about
Sourdough.
it.
What's that?
Something that's popular now, but in 5 years we'll want to forget that it was ever popular. And you can't have coronavirus. Not that that was popular, but that's the thing at the minute. So
Sourdough bread.
Oh, what a hard question. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, look at mine.
social media that people do that you hate, that you think, God, in 5 years, I hope that's.
I'm not a hater. I don't do that. I'm trying to think. That's difficult. That is. Sourdough. I don't. Joking.
Yeah, sourdough, yeah.
Now I think everything goes through cycles, so I don't know. It's a really difficult question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Get rid of that. That's shit. Do another one.
Just pass it. Just pass it. Because after you can't pass anymore.
I'll give you another one. We've got time for another one.
Gee, I've got nothing to hide. I'm in my man cave. No one can touch me.
Okay. You wanted an alternative, so this is your alternative. When did you last tell a lie, and what was it?
Ooh.
I don't lie. So 12 seconds ago. I don't know.
No one's watching. It's fine. You can be honest. It's just
You
us.
can be.
The
You can be honest, lad.
last lie. I don't know. I thought I was telling the truth. I don't know.
Last time you say you understand me on the phone.
Yes. When I say to Claude, yeah, me too. What do you mean, me too? I just asked you a question.
Daniel, what about you? When was the last time you told a lie, and what was it?
Oh shit! I took a sander back to. I've sanded the whole of the oak in the restaurant, and it blew up, and I had about 2 meters left. I took it back and said it broke in about 2 minutes of having it, so I want my money back.
Hopefully they're not watching, so you'll be fine.
Hope so, yeah. I hope a lot of people aren't watching. If you want the truth, I hope your mum's not watching because she's going to call me in the morning.
You're in so much trouble. Right, Claude, your second spin. Claude, what's your biggest fear?
Getting old.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like it. I don't. I mean, I just got a daughter now, and I'm 48. I'm thinking I'm maybe not going to see when she's 50. Look, I don't like it.
Okay. Okay. Sat, what about you? Have you got a fear? What's your biggest fear?
No.
You're not scared of anything?
Scared of no. It's just probing questions. I wasn't geared up for this. I was like, shit. You could have given us a list and we could have done a mise en place.
Now I want to put you on the spot. I want the answers that come to your head first.
It's just blank. It's not like I've got something and I'm pretending not to know. Just what's my fear? I don't know.
That's nice. That's a nice position to be in, that you don't have something that you can think of at the top of your head. Daniel,
there will be things later like, why the fuck did I do this? But no, I don't know. You just got to think, what is it? And this, especially in this time. So obviously, probably getting coronavirus or getting ill, or someone you love getting ill.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fear this time, anyway. Yeah, definitely.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Right. Before we do the next spin, I have to ask the question, Claude, because I have questions coming in at the side of me, and there's so many about the ice cream. So please, can you tell everyone and put them out of their misery about the giant ice cream?
He's promoting that cappuccino machine.
Hey, Daniel, how much stabilizer is put in it?
Yeah, look at this. This is the first present I bought for my wife. My wife always wanted an ice cream, one of these things you get in front of a shop. She's always been loving them, and I think that's the first Christmas present I bought her.
There you go. See, they can stop asking now. They can stop asking. Right. Well, whose second spin is it now? Is it Daniel?
Daniel.
I've done two.
We've had that.
Oh yeah, let's not go back to that one.
Oh.
What's the worst TripAdvisor review you've ever had?
Well, I had one that went viral that said, fucking cunt. Sorry. Yeah, the worst one I've ever had is someone who compared us to Pret a Manger, and they said the food at Pret a Manger was better than Midsummer House. And it went viral, and it went in the Daily Mail, and it just absolutely went mental. And yeah, that's probably the worst one. But
how did you respond to that, Daniel?
I retweeted the comment, and all of the people on Twitter absolutely nailed that person. So I just sat back and watched it. I read TripAdvisor every day. Well, not anymore because we haven't got any fucking TripAdvisors. But I read it every day, and I think it's some of it is worth reading, and I think some of it is absolute garbage. And I think if someone's got a real problem, I don't understand why they don't contact the restaurant. That's the thing that I don't understand. But
yeah,
it is what it is, and TripAdvisor is it is what it is, isn't it?
So, what's your worst TripAdvisor experience?
Well, you start with a list.
I love it when you used to respond to that. The TK Maxx one with the dress.
Oh, gee. So a long time ago when I was bored. So on a Saturday morning, I used to look after the office because it was only open for 2 hours. So 10 till 12. So I was sitting in the office. We didn't have a receptionist back then. It was just me. And then I used to go through TripAdvisor. And I thought, how cool would it be if I start responding? And I'm going back about 10, 12 years ago. So I spent most morning responding like a serial killer all these crazy people that wrote some stuff, and I just thought I was having a laugh, like tongue in cheek. Then Amanda would walk in. She's like, "Oh, how you been? You been busy?" Goes, "Oh yeah, I've been in the kitchen making sauces." And then we'll get emails going, "What the fuck have you been doing?" And I goes, "What? And like all these responses where I just thought it was funny, and I thought tongue in cheek, and I just had the best 2 years of my life responding. And then I kind of grew up, and about 10 years ago I stopped, because what I realised is some of our regular guests loved it so much and they loved the restaurant, they started putting false ones on to get a response.
Oh.
So I stopped.
Claude, how do you feel about TripAdvisor whilst we're on the topic?
Oh, he loves it.
I love it. I love it. I think TripAdvisor is the best invention after sliced bread.
What the fuck?
I think we should have more of you, more and more. I mean, I'm getting great review now.
The best reviews we've ever had.
Some of the best review I have is now.
Yeah, but they're written in French, aren't they?
Yes. No, I think TripAdvisor give the potential of people with small bollocks to tell what they want to say.
They should have that as their
Yeah.
You've just done their job for them then.
That's it. I'm a marketing guru.
Be careful, Cara, he'll send you a bill.
You can tell my wife is not next to me because she will have slapped me already.
Right. I have got more questions for you. We finished spinning the wheel. You'll be relieved to know. But before we go into that, I need to ask about the guest night at Claude's, where you threatened to throw Daniel down the stairs. This is very much a lot of violence in these stories.
Remember
What was that?
Claude looks confused. Daniel?
We were doing a guest night with Andrew Farley, myself, Sat, Paul Cunningham.
Oh, really?
And, I had the beetroot dish, and I'd sent my starter, and the pass at Hibiscus used to have this like Weybridge pass, and he stood on the pass, and I said, "Chef, can I go for a cigarette?" Nope. I said, "Come on." I said, "I've sent my dish. Nothing else for me to do here." Nope. I said, "Come on, Chef." He said, "You try and get past that." He said, "I will throw you down the stairs." And I honestly went back into the kitchen
I can't
for about
remember.
half an hour. And I remember Ian was the head chef then, and I said, "Ian, he's serious about throwing me down the stairs." He said, "Yeah, of course he is. Yeah." He said, if you want to go for a cigarette, you got to go this way." So yeah, I hid and went down the stairs away from him when he wasn't watching, because he's a big man and you don't really want to be thrown down the stairs at a biscuit.
The worst thing is that was a charity event.
Yeah. It was on a Monday night. We'd all given up our day off.
Shit.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He looked really
Yeah, I quit smoking because of that.
He quit smoking. You see, I helped him.
Yeah.
I was looking after his health.
Let me tell you a quick story about smoking, right?
Yeah.
So, for whatever reason, stupidly, I was asked to be a mentor on Great British Menu when Glyn and Daniel.
Oh, fuck off.
Glyn and Daniel were competing, and I was like this whatever bullshit judge, like I'm gonna judge them. So we're good friends, we know each other. So Daniel's getting more and more irate, and Glyn looked at me. I look, and I'm on the path looking at Daniel. He's like, "It's fucking on fire." Then at one point, he walked past this shiny surface, like a stainless steel worktop, and he double took, and he almost like, "What are you looking at?" But it was his own reflection, so he was really hardly strong. and then I goes, "Daniel, listen, you're causing a lot of tension. What's the matter?" He's shouting, "Sat, I just want a fucking cigarette, right? You got me here at 7 o'clock. Oh, yeah, I'm just pissed off." So I was okay. So I'll see what I can do. So I go to the producer, like, "I go, listen, Daniel's stressed. If you want the best out of him, just don't go for a cigarette." So they go, "Okay, cut." I go, "Daniel, you can go." He goes, "Sat, I haven't got fucking time for a cigarette. So you absolutely stitched me up. He goes, a cigarette? I haven't got time for a cigarette. I'm in the shit. Oh, it's brilliant. And me and Glenn were on the floor, man. Right, you wanker.
Daniel, what were you thinking?
Well, yeah, fucking hell, it's a tough environment, that fucking kitchen. Yeah. The thing is, I remember they were both fucking. The thing is, him and being judged by Sat and cooking against Glyn. I remember it really clearly because I was like a headless chicken running around that kitchen like a dick. And I remember I was so stressed, and Glyn turned around and said, Daniel, there's a leak over by the sink. I went, what? He said, now come over here. And he had a fucking actual physical leak in the sink. And he only did it to fucking piss me off. But the thing is, yeah, I took it too seriously. That was the problem. But it was funny. We had some. I remember.
Is that out of character for you, Daniel, to take it too seriously?
No, I'm quite a serious person in the kitchen, really. Yeah.
Well, I've got a couple more questions, but
the passion.
Before I ask them, I just quickly need to say. So I know you've mentioned him a couple of times. Paul Cunningham says, "What a cheer up watching from my hospital bed."
He's a legend.
Yeah. So.
Is he in the hospital?
Well, I'm assuming so. I'm just reading what is being told. So it's just saying that you're.
Oh, wish you luck, Paul. We'll text you.
Yeah, we love you, boy.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do really love you, Paul.
Yeah.
We love you, Paul. Even though we love him, even though for 22 years there's a search.
We've all been promising we're going to go there together to eat.
Yeah, but there's been a search in Denmark for 22 years, and they're looking for his arse.
I was going to say his ass. They're looking for his ass. I was just going to say it. Where is
They reckon someone saw it in 2005, but no one can prove it because no one took a picture.
He's fucking disappeared.
I once went to grab his arse and I had my hand in his front pocket.
He have no ass.
Oh, he's so nice. I went to eat at his restaurant last year, and I got there. We were just having lunch, and when we got there, he opened the door and he said, "Great news! One of the guests has died. You can come for dinner." So, yeah. If you know Paul Cunningham, it's not surprising, is it? So,
very creative, full of him.
Right. Next question. Gordon Ramsay versus Nathan Outlaw. Who would win in a fist fight?
Well, they're both living together at the moment down in Devon, so you might as well organise that and get them on the beach.
No. I mean, I never seen Nathan angry, actually. Have you ever seen Nathan angry?
No.
No, never.
No.
Maybe.
I think
maybe Gordon.
Yeah. No. Claude, you might be able to shed some light on this. I don't know if I'm missing something here, but are you looking forward to Burger King reopening so you can get a proper Whopper burger?
A Whopper. Le Whopper.
Le Whopper.
Fuck Whopper. I'm going for a Big Mac.
Le Whopper.
The fucking tomato are not ripe, whatever they can say. That's why I didn't put any. This shit.
I'll tell you that fucking. Yeah. Are you doing it again?
Yes.
Oh.
Been asked as well.
Be fun.
I don't know what they've given me yet.
I know. They haven't told you?
No. Do you know what you're getting?
Yeah, I know it.
Listen, Daniel, he's full of shit, man. Look, he loves it. Man. Okay, so let me tell you a quick story about Claude. Right? This is hilarious. Just completely different. The best move I've ever seen in a restaurant.
Don't mention the restaurant.
I'm not going to mention the restaurant. We're in a 3-star in Paris. Me, John, my head chef, and Claude. We sit down. We get the music. It's terrible. It's a terrible meal. And we're like, what is this? We just don't get. I'm educated. I didn't get it. It was only last year. We just couldn't get our head around what we're eating. Like, it didn't make sense. And then Claude had this dish. It was either Beaufort on toast or something like that. And he goes, "Oh, amazing. Taste that." So I took a big, at last we got something to eat. I took it, he passed it to John. John took it. And me and John looked at it and Claude, it's shit. He said, "Yeah, I know. It just means I've got to eat less of this shit." It's the best food I've ever seen in a restaurant.
Well, I had another story about Claude as well. Is that from you, Sat, the Margaret River and his Alain Delon homage?
Oh, you're such a cunt.
So we're in Margaret River.
So much in the swear jar.
In Western Australia, we're doing a big festival they do every year. Me, Claude, we took the wives, Freddie went, and we had a brilliant time. And then one day we went to a vineyard, we got a bit drunk, and then we all got back to the house where we all stayed. And there's like a lodge, about 40 of us. We all go to get a shower. We're looking for Claude, me, George, Colin, Boris, Heston. We're looking for Claude, and someone goes, "Oh, he's on the terrace having a cigar." So we walk onto this terrace, and it's beautiful, like, you know, the motorbike frogs. You can hear all them, all the crickets, and it's beautiful. He's on this beautiful veranda. There's a lake. He's smoking a big cigar. He was wearing a cream skin-tight roll neck, right? So he looked like
I'm coming back.
Where are you going? Is he going to go?
He's gone. So we all looked at him and goes, "What the fuck are you wearing?" And he went, "What?" And he had a roll neck, and it's like 30 degrees. It's skin tight. He's sitting there with his legs crossed, really French. So we laughed so much. He went to his room, ripped it off, threw it in the bin, and came back and got changed.
You know, the thing is, when I was going to wear this, my wife said, "Claude, don't do it. It doesn't fit you." "Hey, I look good in it." Keep in mind, we've been drinking all afternoon. I say, "Yeah, I look good in it. Very good." And I arrive in that thing, and this bunch of "See you next Tuesday." Haven't been very nice with me. I felt bully, actually. I felt psychologically very damaged after that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ah, really? It's not funny.
I feel bully.
I think a roll neck would suit you, Claude.
Hey, listen, another all next story. We're going to a restaurant in Paris. We're going to Bistro Paulbert. Very French, very Parisian. We sit down, me and my roll neck, black this time, not fucking white, black, nice. I thought it was nice. But on the same table, it was like, table are very close to Bistro Paulbert. It was maybe 12 people. Out of 12 people, it was my wife, Lucy, Amanda.
11
it was maybe 11 of them with the same fucking roll neck.
Gee, they all have roll necks.
Black, the same one. Exactly the same one. No, don't tell me I'm out of fashion.
It's obviously a Parisian thing, you know what I mean?
Leon chef.
Yes.
Shit.
And I've got a final story for Daniel about him being in the toilet completely drunk after an event and telling Claude he wanted to go back to being a chef de partie.
Stop that. Yeah, that was the Cube.
That was a long time.
That was a long time ago. It's 8 years ago, chef.
Is it? 8 years?
Yeah, 8 years ago.
Daily damage does that. All of us.
There's a lot of damage done that night.
Oh, fuck you.
Hey, I'm still suffering.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I see something white on the shape of a cube,
Every time I see an
I start crying.
And
I start shivering and start crying.
They paid for that. So.
I've still got a picture of you looking like Jimmy Cranky on your knees.
Yeah, well,
In a
the story is
I think you had a Zucchini or a Lacoste tracksuit top on going.
I've got that bad boy upstairs. I'll go and get it. Yeah,
you were talking to John, my head chef, going, "I just want to be a fucking chef de partie again."
There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's
no.
logical. The thing is I was very drunk that night. Yeah.
Why you?
You fucking
Really?
Look.
It was 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Look, I met. Do you remember John, the photographer?
Yes.
Yeah.
I met him in a lift going up as he was coming down for breakfast.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. We finished about 6:30 in the morning, I think it was.
It was bad.
And yeah, we had too many drinks in the Skylon bar. We'd gone. The Cube had just been launched, and we'd all met up in London. And yeah, it was 8 years ago. So what? I was 39, and it was like the first time I'd been let out. And and we'd sat in the Skylon bar, and obviously all the drinks were on Electrolux, so we drank as much as we could. And I was on the way to the toilet, and both of those were standing in the middle of the in between the toilet and the bar, and they stopped me, and I was off my face, and they both said to me, Daniel, what's going on? I just dropped to my knees and said, I just want to be a chef.
You dropped your knees. That wasn't in the message.
Yeah.
He begged.
I dropped to my knees and just said, I just want to be a chef de party. And they both just looked at me and said, what the
No.
fuck?
I think Claude said it's time for us to go.
Yeah. We went for a Chinese after that, didn't we?
We went to the Red Room. Actually, he looked just like your place behind you, Cara. He looked like just that. He looked like where I know that Red Room behind you. Eh? I know where it is.
Chambre Rouge.
Chambre Rouge, right.
Just for you. Right, final question, because I do need to wrap it up. What is your favourite cigar, Claude and that? Daniel, me and you haven't smoked a cigar, so we can't answer that question.
I haven't got an idea. I'm still on a Hamlet.
It depends on the mood and the time of the day. So I love a Bahiki and Cohibas, but I just tried a Monte Cristo 80th anniversary today, which is incredible. But yeah, depends on the mood and at what time of day. I bought Claude for his birthday some Riennas, and they're really nice and slim, and they're beautiful.
Really beautiful.
Really mellow, really mellow smoke.
Yeah, really beautiful. I smoke Epicurean number 2, Moyo. I like them.
Okay.
It's one of the. I'm not that much of an expert of cigar in comparison to that. I know what I like, and I smoke most of the time the same.
What that gives you.
So yeah, I mean this one. I like those that just give me for my birthday. But if not, I smoke Moyo. I like it. Epicurean number 2.
Nice. Okay. There is a question on here that I have no idea what they're talking about. But I feel like I should ask the question. It's Sat. A little white dick story.
Who's it from?
It just I don't know.
Is it from?
Oh, it's from Paul
Goodfella.
Cunningham.
Who?
Paul Cunningham.
I don't know that story.
You don't know?
Put the magnifying.
Tell him.
He's
At
trying to
the-
get
not that small.
At the Katie's.
Tell him it's not that small.
Right, I'm ringing my bell.
Yeah, we made it.
Oh wow, that was good.
That is
We
it.
finished.
I am closing
that's
the bar. So thank you to everyone who's watching.
Well,
And
stay
thank you.
safe, you guys, and I love you, man.
Yeah, stay
Thank you
safe.
to all my brilliant guests, Daniel, Sat, and Claude. And I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I have. I've definitely learned some new things about you all. Just before we go, next week I have got a full house or a full pub, so it's going to be expensive round. I've got all the chefs from this year's Great British Menu Banquet Finals, so there's 5 of them. So I've got Champion of Champions, Niall Keating, Ruth Handsome, Alex Green, Kirth Gums, and Tom Barnes. So they'll all be joining me next week. But yes, thank you very much. Thank you all, and good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.